I'm with my man Steve Muniz, used to be co-owner of Warrior Gym. I met Steve at Lifetime. Thankful enough to train me under boxing, take me under his wing, and he ran me through a workout today. And we just want to talk a little bit about mental illness. So, Steve, how do you see the world evolving with mental illness in 2021, especially with COVID?
I think it really impacts the general public. It really depends on the person themselves. I think it really, from a holistic standpoint, I think a lot of people being cooped up and not being able to do the things that they wanted to, I think it really brought out, I wouldn't necessarily the worst in people, but it didn't bring out the best in people. And you know, just that being cooped up and not having that release to be able to go out and enjoy the things that we're used to doing, you know, some of the simple things that we like to do, working out, going for a run, you know, doing those things. It just seems that we all didn't get that release from it, you know, because I know people that have gone out and they're just not the same. You know, I've talked to them and they just don't seem the same. You don't. I'm really big into feeling a vibe or feeling, you know, the energy, you know, of the world, and you go out and you just don't see, I don't feel joy, you know, with being out in public with people. You know, you just feel the negativity coming off of people. I don't know if you feel that or if it's just me, but it just feels that, you know, given this time a couple years ago, it was, you know, it was fun to be out. You know, and people enjoyed it. Now it's just kind of trying to get back to that. And I think it's going to be a longer road than what people really think.
100%, I agree.
You know.
And speaking about mental illness, how does it affect you or your family personally, or do you have any story with it?
Yeah, I do. I do have. It does, you know, affect my family personally. I think the biggest issue with it is kind of how it's perceived. Is a lot of people don't take the time to understand it. And given the day and age we live in, is there's a lot of, you know, things, tasks, you know, things that we take for granted, that we just go from one thing to another, that some people can't handle that. You know, and having someone to try and keep up with that type of environment and not having that support system, I think really sets us back even further with mental illness. And not having the support at home. So.
And you touched on like talking to family, or what's some other coping mechanisms that you feel work for you or work for others for outlets?
For me, outlets really to kind of cope with life in general, not just the COVID itself, is obviously being out here, working out, doing those things that really, for me, it's a stress reliever. Kind of helps release any tension, anything that's built up that you gotta get rid of. Also, what I really like to do is yard work. You know, and it's kind of funny. My cat likes to go out in the yard with me, and we'll sit there and I'll talk to him like he was a person. You know, and just, you know, it's just, but it's one of those things that it's personal. It means something to him and I, and you know, it's just something simple like that.
I appreciate it, man. That's it.
Absolutely.